Hello guys, welcome to another video. I hope you all had a wonderful week and a wonderful day. It's been quite a few days, more than a week since I uploaded a video, and a lot of things came up. But I'll try my best to keep up the weekly upload. And let's get straight into the topic today and quit all the bullshit. So today I'll be talking to you about something is which has always been inside every single one of you watching this video, and which we have not realized, which are the barriers which we have not realized was always been existent within ourselves. So these are the 6 basic fears. So the emotion of fear is the biggest barrier someone has to cross to attaining one's goal or one's achievement in life. So the fun in life is on the other side of fear. So getting to the other side is the basic challenge which you have to acquire, the skill which you have to acquire in life to attain one goal. But there are some of these fears which you have to keep within yourself and use it as a motivator. So I'll just start it off in order. And the first basic fundamental fear a person with an individual never wants or is frightened of is the fear of poverty. Nobody ever wants to be in poverty. Nobody wants to have a life where they cannot afford a meal. Nobody wants to live a life where they don't have a shelter. And that is the biggest frightening thing of a human being, where they don't have one meal a day. And there are so many things where their decisions are based on this basic fear. Because being in poverty is something which is very, very unfortunate. So if the fear of poverty is stopping you from taking a step, just think about it as you could have been born in poverty, or you could have not had a house right now, or you could have not had the enough money to afford a meal, one day meal today. Now the second basic fear is the fear of criticism. So the fear of criticism is something which we come across very often right now. People are not willing to be criticized, and people don't want to be criticized. People don't know how to handle criticism. And criticism, to me, honestly, is the best motivator ever. It's the best learning tool ever. And right now people are sulking about being criticized. And I still don't understand, because when one person tells you are wrong, instead of saying you are wrong too, ask him, where am I wrong? Or you could just tell him, I know I am right, I don't care what you think. And that is something which not every single person can do. So just learn from your critics. Critics are the best teachers. They are telling you where you're going wrong. And if you think you are right and you believe in yourself, you don't have to listen to them. They are wasting their time. So if you're on this side of the table, you never need to fear criticism. Instead, you can actually use criticism to your benefit and advantage. Now, the third basic fear. The third basic fear is the fear of ill health. Health is wealth. And that is the most true statement ever. If you don't have the health to enjoy your wealth, it is like a traffic light in India. A traffic light in India is so useless that even if it is the brightest light in that road, nobody's even going to look at it. But right now it's been developing, and people have been obeying the rules. But if you have the wealth and you don't have the health to enjoy it, what is the point? So the fear of ill health is something which you need to keep within you every single time you do something which is destroying your health, to be honest. Every single time you take a puff of your cigarette, just think, what is it doing to me? What if I earn $1 million tomorrow, but I get lung cancer and I'm gone. Once you take a sip of your alcohol, just think, what if I earn $1 million tomorrow, but I'm in the hospital and I cannot enjoy it? Health is always wealth, my friends. Now, the fourth basic fear. The fourth basic fear is the loss or the fear of loss of love of someone. Everyone needs someone to love and someone to support them, someone to be a shoulder when they can cry. And if you think that attaining some amount of money or acquiring some business or developing or upgrading your business is gonna cause someone who you love and who loves you to drift away from your life, my personal suggestion would be you keep that person close to you, because a loved one's gone is gone forever, my friends. And if you try to contradict my point and tell I've broken up with someone and I've got back, then you've never stopped loving them. So it is I'm not talking about just girlfriends or boyfriends. I'm talking about relationships with people who you love, your mother, your father. But if you strongly believe in yourself and you have a goal which you know in the short term will make them disappointed, but in the long term it's going to benefit them more than it has ever benefited them, anything has ever benefited them, then go for it. But always keep someone close to your heart and never let them go away, because a loved one's gone is gone forever. Now the last two basic fears, and that is the fear of old age and the fear of death. We are all gonna die one day. We are all gonna die one day, and that's something just like fear, but even you cannot even run through it. Fear, you could go through it and reach the fun side, but then you're not gonna run through it either. And old age, time is something which you're never gonna get back. Every second wasted is gone, my friends. So I want these two are the fears which you should never let go in your entire life. Every single time you're risking something, you're risking a little amount of money, you're risking a little amount of time, you're risking something which is valuable in your life to get closer to the goal which you've always dreamed of. You need to think, I'm going to die one day. And I'm going to be an old grandpa or a grandma one day. And I'm going to sit in my chair and think, I'm 85 years old. And there's nothing much I could do and I can do now. You know, there's nothing which saddens me more than an 85-year-old or a 90-year-old person regretting over some decisions which they haven't made in life. Some things which they could have, but then they didn't. They're 85. There's nothing much they can do about it. So regret, okay, this is something which Gary Vee always says. And if you're not aware of him, you need to check him out. Gary Vaynerchuk on Instagram is known as Gary Vee. So he always says regret is the biggest poison ever. If you die with regret, that's it. Every single person has a purpose in life. And every single step you take, you need to have the mentality of one day I will be old and I won't have the strength to walk, the strength to speak, the strength to see or hear. And then one day I'll be dead. I'll be gone forever. So what do you want people to talk among themselves in your funeral is what you have to decide when you're alive and strong. And there's again a perspective to it, and I don't want you to think that you're too old if you can walk. I don't want you to think that you're too old to do something if you can hear, if you can see. If you're healthy enough, you're never too old. and do every single thing when you're healthy enough. So what your legacy and what you want to be left behind and what you want other people to think about you is all about what you do now and what you do right at this point of time. And I want all of you to use these 6 basic fears and use them as an advantage and use them as a benefit, use them as a motivator instead of making them stop you. I want you all to run through it, and I want you all to keep the fact that you all are gonna die, we all are gonna die one day, and that's, as daunting as it sounds, it is the truth. It is the bitter truth. And do everything, life's short, do everything that makes you happy. Don't ever think about anyone else. It's your life. Stay happy, stay blessed, and I'll see you all the next week. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you, and bye-bye.